15 Dark Secrets About The Simpsons. In May of 1990, The Simpsons debuted on televisions everywhere. Since then, the series has spanned over 29 seasons, several TV specials, and a full-length movie. Not only that, but The Simpsons has become one of the most recognizable television series to date. Now let's begin. 1. Matt Groening is Maggie Simpson. An interesting secret involving Matt Groening is that he voices a character on the series. Technically, it's not as much as a voice as it is a sound. To be clear, being that she is no true voice, an ongoing gag in the show, even when she is seen to be grown up, Groening provides the sucking sounds for Maggie Simpson. What we can't fail to mention here is that Groening had help with Maggie's sucking sounds. Gabor Chupo, one of the early producers on The Simpsons, assisted in creating the sounds. Chupo initially helped create the sounds but wound up departing from the series in 1992, leaving Groening to pick up the slack. Of course, Maggie's sucking hasn't changed much, so Groening hasn't had to do much since Chupo's departure. 2. U.S. President blamed them for the economy. In 1992, President George H.W. Bush took to the airwaves with a message to all Americans, a message intended to persuade the American people to be more like the Waltons rather than like the Simpsons. The reason for Bush's emphasis on the Simpsons was that he blamed liberals for the recession at the time. Because the series was supposedly geared towards liberal audiences, Bush felt that the Simpsons' influence was contributing to the recession. To address the accusations, Matt Groening had Bart Simpson respond in the episode following Bush's speech. Bart's response was as follows: "Hey, we're like the Waltons. We're praying for an end to the Depression, too." The quote wasn't meant to strike back at Bush but to show Americans that series producers were aware of society's problems, even though The Simpsons had nothing to do with the recession. 3. A Simpsons shirt was banned in school. Back when The Simpsons first started to become popular, fans went crazy for all kinds of merchandise. From t-shirts to pens, everything and anything Simpsons related was a keepsake. One of the most controversial was a t-shirt. It read, "I'm Bart Simpson. Who the hell are you?" The shirt drew a lot of controversy after children began wearing them to school, which called for a nationwide ban. Once a ban was instituted, some students still found their way to school with the controversial shirts on. In response, the schools forced children to turn their shirts inside out or change clothing. Parents were divided over the issue but eventually obliged to the school's requests, thus making the ban permanent. 4. Aliens named after a convict. On The Simpsons, there are two well-known aliens, Kang and Kodos. They're both original creations from Matt Groening but named after characters from another TV series. Kang was named after a Klingon and Kodos got his name from a mass murderer. Well, technically, he's a character who is a mass murderer. 5. A hidden Michael Jackson. In case you don't remember, Michael Jackson took on a guest role in an episode titled Stark Raving Dad. It was the season 3 premiere wherein Jackson played a fictional version of himself. Well, technically, he played a mental patient by the name of Leon Kompowski, a character who believed he was the real Michael Jackson.